Testing. Do. Well, do. Well. Just a match review of today. Be interesting to see. One way ticket. Hello. One way ticket. How you doing? How's tricks. Hello to Ethan. Singing taxi driver. Hello to Patricia. So this is like a stream, and it's a test as well, because we're also live on TikTok as well as YouTube. So far all seems to be good. Hello to all seems pretty decent. So I don't know if everybody can hear me okay on both platforms. So we just get set up. This is the first time I have gone live on YouTube and on TikTok as well. So this is a first. So it's like a sort of a test as well. But it sounds alright, which is decent. 6 watching. Kyle and hello, how are you on TikTok? Let's get a few more people coming in. So it ended in another defeat for Sunderland at the Stadium of Light this afternoon. But it wasn't actually a bad performance from the Red and Whites against a real top quality, real Betis side. I mean, with the last 3 games we've played some really decent sides in these friendly games. You know, some of Europe's best. And my account of the game, what I've seen, is the main thing I'm going to say is the fact that we absolutely lack a main striker. Stephen Clark, how are you doing? Good to see you. Well, we're live on TikTok as well. So this is a first. And everything seems to be fine at the moment, which is decent. But the main concern I've got is we are massively lacking a striker, an experienced striker. And I am putting me trust and me faith in the hierarchy to get that done because of what they've done so far. But the likes of Mienda, it just looked a lost soul on his own. Well, he just looked a lost soul up there, didn't he? And it's a kind of a test of things to come. How these friendlies and the Premier League's going to, turn out. But, we've got to address it. We have to address it. We've got to get that striker. Hello to SAFC Kai, back post as well. Hello to Woody. If you can still hear me, okay. But it just needs addressed. Stephen Clark also says, I'm not too worried. They will gel over time. Lee Riley says, evening, Cabby. Good evening to you. Like to see you live on TikTok as well as YouTube. This is a first on 2 platforms. But yeah, we've got to be positive. We're here. We're in the Premier League. We're here for a reason. The recruitment's been really, really good. And I don't think for 1 second that our owners are going to not sign an experienced striker. I mean, just look who we've got in the midfield. Alfie Bab, how you doing? Hello to Hines. In midfield today, we've got Granit Xhaka. And straight away, it looked as if he'd played for Sunderland for years. You know what I mean? He was just bossing that midfield. He was bossing the team. He was telling everybody basically what to do. Proper captain's role. He was showing authority. He stood out massively on that pitch today. You very, very rarely give anything away apart from a few fouls. But he certainly commanded well. He stood up super strong. Hello to Hibbs. Hello to Caesar. That's your pronunciation. Hello to Connor. But that just shows your experience. He just trundles onto that pitch. And he just owns everywhere. Like I say, he's been here for years. And well-deserved man of the match, without a shadow of a doubt. And he's passing. He was picking out players. It was spot on. We were really unlucky for not to get that goal. I would have liked to have seen whether that was offside or not when Adingra was through, and he just poked the ball at an angle, just got there first from their keeper, and we thought it was going to be a goal, and it wasn't. It was chalked off, and the amount of times Sunderland got caught offside as well was just massive. Hello to Debs, the cat, Lucas, Sean, Madzes. I don't know if anybody can comment on TikTok on that, but just let us know if you can hear okay. Like this is a first. Adingra, I thought he was hesitant in the first half. I thought second half he grew into confidence. He started running at their defence and he started taking players on. But my God, what an organised defence Real Betis is. I mean, they caught us offside just umpteen times. They looked comfortable at the back. We had a bit of a threat. There was a few good moves. We did break them down a couple of times, but there was just nobody there. Mienda, like I say, just seemed a little bit off the pace. A lot of Mark Pang. Hello to Scottish Nova, hello to Goose, hello to Charles. Good evening, Harry Nicholson. He says, evening, Cabby. Not offside. Like I say, I've yet to see the repeat of that. But look, I thought we really matched them in long periods of the game. I mean, as for their goal, it was a crossing from the left. He rose up into the box with a superb header and placed it into the top right-hand corner. Our keeper didn't really have a chance at all, to be fair. Richard White says Xhaka didn't even break a sweat. Good goal ruled out, not offside. Siddiqui is quality. Wingers are getting better. All in all good turn and good run out. Anthony Pickering on TikTok says, reckon we need to be more clinical off the wing into the box. And CFS wasn't keen on Harrison, but hey. But no. We're all entitled to our opinion. Like I say, there's more and more Sunderland fans as we speak getting concerned that we haven't got that striker. Where is that striker? And that's what we're chasing for. We do need that striker. And I do think, like I say, people keep messaging me now, you know, we do need that striker. And I just think, yeah. I'm not panicking. It will happen. 100% it will happen. Mark my word, will it? Anthony just says, was just slow paced, it will gel. Yeah, of course it will. And let's not forget, I mean, we're not going to want to go out hell for leather, are we? I mean, being just a friendly game, we don't want to, you know, risk getting any sort of injuries or anything like that. So it's not really worth it in my aspects. Got some more people on the chat coming in on YouTube. Richard White says, Jacker. Oh yeah, I've read that one. One Way Ticket Dave says, rumour going about Pato getting done for sexual assault. Anyone else heard anything? I've not heard anything at all with that one. No. Marco73. Hello Marco, how are you? He says, hi Cabby, we played well today. Ref was usual poor Prem standard and our goal didn't look offside. Defending poor for their goal, but they will get better with more games. But yeah, it's like I say, we're having a good run out. We are having a good run out without a doubt. We've not been walloped. We have, like I say, had our chances, and I do, you know, there is still more players to come in. But yeah, I do not want us to just stick with a striker, a young lad from Chelsea. Like I said, we do need. Yeah, the match is done. This is just a match review. I mean, look how much it's shown with that experience with Granit Xhaka in the centre of the park. We need that type of player standards as a striker. We need someone to, you know, just keep it calm up front, get it organised up front, basically know what he's doing, because it makes such a difference. And at the moment up front, Sunderland haven't got that up front at all. Hello to Kyle Varty, Kieran, Carl Matt. Hello to Lindsay. Like I say, this is the first one on TikTok as well. But yeah, we just haven't got that experienced up front, and whether they like it or not, they're going to have to do it for the Premier League, which is literally just round the corner. We've only got 2 more friendly matches coming up. We've got another home game, and we have another away match as well. Yeah, Pato is injured. It's the same with Isidore. It would have been interesting to see how Isidore would have done against the likes of the Portugal side. Anybody on TikTok, don't forget to show the love, tap the screen if you can. Gets more people to know where we are at. This is the first time we have gone live on TikTok as well, like I say. So we're going to let's have a look at browse on the socials and just see what people are saying. Well, yeah, we all know that Sunderland are set to complete the loan signing of striker Mark Gui within the next couple of days. But Regis Breeze has dismissed speculation linking the Black Cats with RB Let's Pick forward Lewis Openda. And the comments on that one. I thought he already signed. Well, he has, but it's just not official, I don't think. I think we need Gui and a proven striker. Really, someone like Openda at big class. Gui and Jamie Vardy. Now, Vardy keeps getting mentioned as well. I'm just going to get a drink. Oh, how's that for a bottle of water? You thought Adingra was poor today, says Harry. He wasn't the best in the first half, but second half, I thought he ensured he improved without a shadow of a doubt in the second half. He showed a bit more confidence, taking on players. Peter Me says 3,000 people in attendance. I don't know. I'm not really bothered, to be honest with you. Friendlies, they can just have the stewards attending the game. I'm not bothered at all. Gonna catch up on YouTube as well. Marco73. Granite looked so good, and he's only been in the door a few days. Yeah, I know. Really good. Stephen Clark says we have half the team out injured. And Bong, hello Bong, how you are? Me alright? How you doing? He says, alright Cabby, wingers were quiet today. Much better watch today than the Hearts game. Oh god, yeah, absolutely. I think the next two games we'll start to see the game be more competitive, which I do think as well. Peter Me says, yes, it's a friendly, but Newcastle next week. I've sold out against Atletico Madrid. Well, congratulations. Peter Me, you've sold out. Nice one, well done. Absolutely spot on. Thought this was better display today, says Carl. Granit Xhaka was the difference between everything went through him. He was just solid, wasn't he? Absolutely solid he was. See, lads at the Sunderland game, I had a NUFC bag on. Yeah, well, they can if they want. Just let them do what they need to do, I suppose. And that's like people say about attendances. I'm not bothered at all about attendances whatsoever. 78 people on TikTok watching us. Like I say, keep tapping the screen, get people to know where we are at. I'm going to have a look as well. Aces also says, better get a serious striker in this league or we're done. Splitting it all over the field, looking good, makes absolute naff-all impression. We need to score goals, and at present there isn't goals in this side at all. It's beginning to get a bit of a concern, like I say, with the Sunderland fans. That the fact, like, where's these goals coming from? So we're going to be talking about our goalkeeper briefly as well. Roofs, it does look a decent keeper, says Ian. Hard to see a long run, but looks assured on the ball and vocal. I think we are a couple of defenders away from a team can stay up as well. 87 viewers now. Hello. Meander, says Carl Matt, is not the answer up front. Definitely need a striker. Not from Meander, says Peter. Sutcliffe, I mean, yeah. Peter Sutcliffe, what a name. Excuse me. But yeah, Meander was just missing. I mean, he'll probably come good. It just needs that time to gel. Do you know what I mean? Just needs time to gel. Stephen Clark says, I am not convinced of our right back. A lot of Sunderland fans as well were saying they weren't really convinced with Talby as well. That they haven't really... Talby's not really done anything in any of the pre-seasons, and he's like one of our new signings. So, once again, I don't know whether that's just because it's friendlies or out like that, but, you know, we need to start seeing... Well, straight away, you can see from the likes of Granit Xhaka, you know, we need players like that coming in that straight away doesn't need told what to do, doesn't need time to settle. He just knows the game inside out. Do you know what I mean? Some say, why do you need time to settle? You've been a professional for how long? Stephen Clark also says, we did have Serkin, Alessi, but they are both out. Kate says you're bottom of the table. You're going bottom of the table, mate. Oh, well, we'll soon find out. Time will tell on that one. But you can never judge what your form's going to be on friendlies, can you? Of course you can it. Despite the Sunderland's narrow defeat to Real Betis, Labrie believes that his side are making progress and was particularly encouraged by control brought by his debutants. So it was Ronaldo, Granit Xhaka and Robin Roofs all made confident starts to their Sunderland careers and look set for major roles this season. While Sunderland have struggled for goals in recent goals, Labrie has confidence that will improves are on the way. I think that we added a new building blocks today with a bit more experience in the team, Labrie said. It was clear in our mind that we needed balance in the squad, so we started our recruitment with many young players, and it was obvious that we needed some maturity. We showed composure and confidence in our build-up play in the first half, and it was balanced because we had a level of control. Of course, in the second half, the rhythm dropped, and it was more like a friendly game. Regis also says, I thought today we had opportunities, many touches in the opposition box, so it was always about the final bit, and we know we have to improve. With a new group in pre-season, it's always about layers. We start from the back, then a bit higher, then a bit higher again. So now it's a question again of this finishing zone, which is the most difficult. It's about creating options for our wingers and strikers, and will improve soon. He says, I hope. But like I say, it's always going to improve, but only if we get that striker we're after. Shauno says on TikTok, we will find it hard in the Premier League, but let's just go with it, Sunderland, until I die. Code says you'll be bottom three. Your squad lacks quality and depth. Every team that gets promoted is going to have that problem, aren't there? Every single team that gets promoted are always going to have that. There's such a huge leap from the Championship to the Premier League, and you don't want that to be the case every single season, because it's going to get really boring pretty quick, the Premier League, if that's all it's going to do. That the top three teams, the three teams that come up are the three teams that gone down, and they're all relegated around Christmas time. It's going to get a very boring league, the Premier League, if it did happen. You need some competition. You definitely need competition. Kate says yes, but if you think you got the likes of Leeds, who have a better quality team, will really struggle. Yeah, Kate, you don't have to tell me, mate. We all know what we have to do. We're all in the same boat. Cade is aware Man U nearly got relegated last season. The three that have come up will go back down. That's just a repeat story of every season, same so in the Premier League. But like I say, you didn't want that. You want a bit of competition. It's going to be healthier, even if it wasn't for Sunderland. For any other teams in the future, it's healthier if they stay up as well. Have a bit of competition. Marco73 says Mienda is better running onto the ball, heading towards goal. He's not a fox in the box. Maybe better out wide. No, he's not a four, is he? Absolutely. Lewis says the three that have come up will go back down. John Mart says, where do you think Sesko will end up? I am not too sure on that one. Not too sure on that one. Yeah, also as well, Regis Labrie did confirm that Jason Seelt was absent due to a minor injury, which saw Ronaldo make an impressive debut in a central defence role. Seelt could still be one of the players who leaves on loan, and the Echo understands that NEC Nijmegen, the Eredivisie club from whom Sunderland signed Robin Roofs this week, is the potential option. Jensen had a little injury in training on Friday. It's nothing serious, but it was better just to protect him today, Labrie says. The others, we are improving the squad. For the others, this will have consequences for them. It's fair to say that we'll find new solutions for them. for the season ahead. Sunderland head coach also ruled out a move for RB Leipzig striker Lewis Openda, who was linked with the club on Saturday afternoon ahead of the game. Lebris said, "I think this is fake news. It's possible for this social media. Nothing at the minute. Sunderland are close to sealing a loan move for Chelsea youngster Mark Gui." And of course, Sunderland fans are a little bit sort of mixed with that one, just because he's lacking experience. The only chance you stay up was because Brentford have been rid of their players. I mean, there's a few teams. I mean, West Ham could struggle, Brentford, Wolves, Newcastle could struggle this season. Do you know what I mean? Till it happens, it happens. Do you know what I'm saying? Chris Rigg is a Geordie. Shared the life. Cheers, Momo. Peter Sutcliffe. Think Cabe needs to decide if we're going down or not. Look, I'm just not even thinking about that. Do you know what I mean? I'm just literally, it is what it is. Take one game at a time. I just hope that Sunderland do prove everybody wrong. I mean, let's face it. Everybody thought that Sunderland were not going to get promoted from the Championship because we lost 5 on the bounce, if you remember. So 5 on the bounce, and people were saying, "No, there's no way Sunderland's gonna do anything in the playoffs. We'll get beat off Sheffield United in the final. We'll reach there, and we'll prove people wrong." Do you know what I'm saying? And it's great. I mean, the more people say Sunderland are down, I hope it makes us more determined. Till the end, Peter Sutcliffe. Shouldn't have sold Job, says Kay. Well, I think that was out of our hands. I think his family wanted Job to follow his brother's footsteps without a shadow of a doubt. So there's nothing we could have done about that one. So, shall we have a look at some of these player ratings for today as well? Let's have a look at this. I was going to go look at the old player ratings. It's canny. And these player ratings. So, Robin Roofs, our goalkeeper, he got a 6 out of 10. Looked really calm throughout, seemed good with the ball at the feet, and rarely on his line. No chance with the goal, but didn't have a genuine save to make. And he didn't really do much. He wasn't really bothered. Wasn't many chances coming his way, but he did look sort of confident when he did get pressure in the box. Try Hume, it was 6 out of 10. He's steady enough at right back with most of Betis attacks coming down the other side. Lost his man from a deep cross for the goal, which allowed the free header into the top corner. It was a decent goal, to be fair. It was a decent goal. Can't argue with that one. Dan Ballard, 6 out of 10. Won plenty of high balls, as you'd expect, and stepped out with the ball on occasion to make space in the build-up. Ronaldo, 6 out of 10. He says, "Don't think you give the ball away all afternoon." And his positioning was always spot on. Quick to press Betis when the opportunity rose well. Harrison Jones got targeted at left back all afternoon and never looked comfortable, and that seemed to have an effect when we had the ball to feet. Did get up to support Adingra and most laid the ball on the plate for Meander. Noah Siddiqui covered so much ground from the first whistle to the last. Always an option when we were playing out. Was around the box when we were attacking and was a nuisance to the opposition when they had the ball. Granit Xhaka, 7 out of 10. A good first outing for Xhaka. A really good first outing for Xhaka. He was so composed on the ball as you expect and played a number of balls down the line for runners. Bye, Mark. Boring. Chems Dean Talby. Was lively in the first half, but disappeared a bit after the break. Had one shot on target after stepping inside and forcing a comfortable save. But looks like he'd be more comfortable on the left wing. Habib Diarra said it was 6 out of 10. Had a couple of bright runs, 6 out of 10 for Talby as well. Habib Diarra says had a couple of bright runs where he was playing 1-2s with the teammates, but didn't see a lot of the ball. Even if he was good defensively when we out position. Simon Dingra, 6 out of 10. A box of tricks on the left wing. They didn't always come off, but it always looked like something was going to happen when he was on the ball. Eliza Mienda really struggled to get into the game from open play, with the game passing him by a bit, but did have a few half chances and had 2 good crosses to just miss him. One from Hume went behind him in the first half, and one from Jones near the end was far too ahead of him. How come the ground was empty and soulless? Are we expecting this yet again this season? I don't know. I mean, I must admit I was a little bit surprised, to be honest with you, of how little the attendance was. I don't know what the reason is. I've no idea. I was expecting to be a bit more. Paul H, Rangers fan here. Hello, Paul. He says, I was at the game today. Why was it so empty? It says, near having a go, but I was shocked. Like I said, Paul, I was shocked as well. I don't know why it was as quiet it was. I was expecting to be a bit more. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Bong says, I remember, lads, this is and lasses, we did score. That was well on side. I wonder when the numbers on the shirts get announced, Stephen. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure at all. Don't know. Thoughts on the second half from some of the Sunderland fans here? Was there a shift on at the Nissan factory, says Ryan. There's always shifts on at the Nissan factory, mate. Always shifts on. So, goodness knows, they might have been all having barbecues because it was such a lovely day. Stephen Clark says, always is in friendlies. It was like this in the Cup too. Yeah, I know, and some say like other teams they'll fill the grounds and all that, but I don't know. It's just your fans are either really interested in the friendlies or they're not. You know, look at the whole game against Sunderland. There was nobody there. That's just, it is how it is. Plus, I think it was free to air on YouTube as well. There was a lot of people watching that. So there's quite a few factors as well. James Patterson on TikTok says toothless up top as well as usual. Yeah, I know. Hope you stay up, says Aaron. Yeah, thank you very much. Ryan Kennedy, do you need a job, says Peter. Oh, let them have fun. As long as they're not spamming and spamming and spamming and spamming. Let them have a bit of fun. What away days for the Prem are you going to? I'll be streaming all the games. I'll be doing the watch-alongs here on my YouTube channel. I've got a YouTube channel, the Macam Cabby, as well. So I'm aiming to get 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I do the match commentary and watch-alongs for every Sunderland game on here, and it's getting popular by the day. Ryan 1994, Peter Scuffy. Yeah, of course it is just banter. Ryan 1994 says, hi mate, we played well. It was also good to see Ronaldo and Xhaka playing. Kevin 77, love Sunderland from an Everton fan. Hope you do well in the Premier League. And there's a lot of Sunderland fans, including myself, do like Everton. Genuine fans, great fans. And we have got a good relationship with Everton, especially with Bradley Lowry, what they did for the young man. It was really, really good. So, yeah, I'll be looking forward. We'll play Everton at their ground, but I think it's the second last game of the season. I am thirsty tonight. Keep tapping that screen, my lovely lot. And TikTok. Marco73 says Nissan is on shutdown, but maintenance. Teams are working on upgrading the production line. Not just on Nissan though, Marco, but they're also on the team as well. Spot on, says Kevin. No problem, mate. Peter Sutcliffe, I'm one. Can't wait to see the new stadium. Yeah, I know it's going to be great. Paul Mitchell says, hi, Cabby. Hopefully, Gui can help address the striker shortage. Hopefully, like I say, Paul, we still need that. We still need that experienced striker without shadow of a doubt. But I'm confident and have every faith that our owners and like Sir Speakman, KLD, they'll make sure that will get over the line. We play our final 2 pre-season games next weekend, says Ryan. Yeah, 1 at home, 1 away. I'll have a look at that. See the strikers. Let's have a look. Let's have a look about our fixtures then, because I do think you are right on that one. Yes, on the 9th of August, we're away to Osberg, and we are at home on the 10th to Rio Valencia. Or Velicano, how you pronounce it. Osberg game is at 2 o'clock, and the Sunderland Rio game is 6:30, and then the Premier League starts. Just a small matter of the Premier League starts after that. So it's happening fast. It's already nice to see the football season's already kicked off. The Leagues 1 and 2. Where are we at? There's that many messages coming through. We still need... Yeah, Lacey says we do need a striker, but we need a centre-back. Shreffel says we still need 2 centre-backs, cover at full-back, a winger, and a striker, in my opinion. Absolutely. Jacka was playing, James. Yeah. Paul Mitchell says, definitely, it's the most faith I've had in my owners in a long time. Luke says, good luck this season as a Leeds fan. Yep, same to you, Luke. The Premier League needs teams like Leeds and Sunderland, without a shadow of a doubt. Kevin says, 77, says, I'm going to go to Sunderland v Everton game as my mate is a Sunderland fan. Shrifty says, yeah, how we got Jacka is beyond me, a cut above, but it just shows you what we can do. And if we can get the likes of players like Jacka, then, that's going to basically open the door for more players coming in. On about the attendances, Richard Waite says, why would the ground be full for a training match? Sunderland fans don't like friendlies because we like to watch our team play full throttle, in my opinion. Stephen Clark says, just wait until West Ham, the stadium will be rocking. Marco73 says, most of the concourses are getting updated and not finished yet. More of the ground will be open for the next friendly. Stephen Clark says, I wonder if they're going to be open up the full stadium this season. Of course they will, absolutely. Righteous One, have you not won a game yet? Yeah, believe it or not, and that was South Shields. It's the only friendly game we've won. I think we've drawn one. But like I say, friendlies just don't mean a thing to me at all. Look, I say, before the playoffs, we lost 5 on the bounce, and we won it. We won at Wembley. We won it, beat Coventry over 2 legs, and we won at Wembley. Stephen says, friendlies are more about gelling rather than winning. It's not like you get 3 points, is it? We had a lot of new faces we need to settle. Oh, we certainly do. Boy says, Sunderland playing full throttle. When? I've heard Alexic and Abdullali are going out on loan. Alesic, I don't think's ever cut it really. He's had a lot of critics with the Sunderland fans that he's just not up to scratch. They'll have to open the whole stadium. About 35k season ticket holders alone. That'll be a sellout every home game. You know, of course it'll be a sellout. Can any Mackham name all the new signings without Google? Says Malcolm. Well, there's a test for you. I can, but can use lot. There's some stupid people, says Sunderland. We've still got more signings to come. What's happening with Triantis? I don't know. It seems to be like up in arms at the minute. We're not too sure on that one. Looking that way, yeah, I know. More views on the second half. Jamie Paul Scott says, don't ask my opinion as it looks like I was at a different game. Said someone next to me said that we were the better side, whilst I hardly seen us touch the ball. Isco's still a baller, just strolls about the pitch. Pre-season is pre-season. Have to take it with a pinch of salt. It's all about getting minutes in the legs, but I can't sit there and say we played well today. I think we'll be keeping Anthony Patterson. I'm hoping so. He's a decent player. Michael says in the second half, says, think we'll look good. Just a little slow getting it out at times. David Fletcher says, borderline, a completely new starting 11. Think they played class today. Give them time to click and learn each other's player styles, and I think we will be sound. Russ says, I thought Adingra and Talby need to do a lot more in both directions. Desperate for a centre-back. Keeper looks really solid with the ball at his feet. Plays with the midfield. Mienda isn't the answer. Top centre-back and centre-forward, and then some loans to replace any departures. It's a shame about Mienda, because I do like the player. He's a Sunderland. He's really popular with the fans. But, you've got to step up, haven't you? Streffy says, still about tactics and fitness for me. Results mean nothing. Yeah, hopefully we'll announce Mark Gui soon. Fingers crossed. Well, that's me. I'm going to end the lives now. I'm going to have a bit of gaming on my PCs now. That was a big test as well, so it's been successful. I've been on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, and it's worked really, really well. Yeah, Admiral says, I think we played well today against a very good side. I think we might need a striker. I would say we're more than think. I says we definitely do need a striker, without a shadow of a doubt. So we'll catch you later. Thanks for joining me tonight, and there'll be a lot more lives on the way. The Mackham Cabby Premier League show will be live on Monday. We'll have a few guests and stuff, and it'll be a decent one. So we'll see you then. From Mackham Cabby, see you later.